stage that Brahma Baba left in 1969 and the quantum of services which might have happened until 2012. How happy would Baba be? And he's congratulating everyone. Likewise, today, even in 2026, huge service has been going on. I remember yesterday only, like day before yesterday night, we have a chowk in Goregaon, Mumbai that is named as Brahma Chowk. So uh, hardly any chowk would be named as Brahma Chowk. We have Brahma Kumaris Chowk, Om Shanti Chowk, but a chowk with the name of Brahma Baba, this is a unique chowk. So all of us, we were very busy decorating the chowk. We had hoisted a very big acrylic flag of Shiv Baba with beautiful light, and we had a beautiful photo of Brahma Baba, and the entire chowk was decorated. This was just one of the services, but like this, there could be so many different forms of services, which, of course, Brahma Baba or Shiv Baba would be so happy to see. And that is the reason they are congratulating each one of us. Bab Dada saw that even now, every child has received the blessings that the Father gave of being a world server with a lot of love from their heart, and is doing that too. Bab Dada also saw the result. Every child has this deep love in his heart for my Baba, and the Father has love in his heart. Wah, my children. At present, the majority of the children at big and small centers have the enthusiasm to reveal the Father everywhere quickly. Turning around, Bapdada saw this zeal and enthusiasm. The children at small and large centers have lots and lots of enthusiasm for service and will continue to have it in the future too. Today, on the day of love, Bapdada is giving all the children from from this land and abroad as the return of love and service, multi-million fold love and remembrance with his drishti and love from his heart. So it's beautiful that Bapdada is acknowledging both services done by children, love from children everywhere. And now Bapdada will start the main part of the Murli where he is now converting that enthusiasm of service and love into intense effort making, into something which he wants us to transform. So let's see what Baba has to say. According to the time of according to the time, the enthusiasm now to reveal the Father is gradually entering the hearts of souls as well. They understand that the Brahma Kumaris have attained something and that transformation is taking place. Previously, they used to think, we don't know what they are doing. Whereas now they are thinking, you are doing good work. What we are not able to do, you have done successfully in your gathering. This is why Babdada is giving special love from his heart to all the children who are sitting in the front of him and all the children everywhere who are listening and watching him. What do you have to do now? Babdada has already congratulated you for service. Babdada now wants every child to have this zeal and enthusiasm of determined faith for making intense effort. What is that zeal and enthusiasm? What is that determined faith? It is that I definitely have to become an angel equal to the Father because everyone has now to make the return journey with the Father. So the very thought that मुझे भी फरिश्ता बनना है, बाप समान बनना है. That kind of determined thought Baba wants all of us to have. You definitely have to become an angel equal to him, because all of you have promised we will return home together and come to rule together. Father Brahma has already become an angel, so how will you return with him? Father Brahma showed his angelic form in his life. He had so many responsibilities. Everyone has to be made into a yogi. However, all of you saw that even though he had so many responsibilities, he remained loving and detached. He always remained a carefree emperor, no worries. So we might say, or we might have this reason that Baba, we are very busy, we have office, we have lokic responsibilities, we don't get time for meditation, we don't get time for whatever practices you say. But then we have an example in front of us where Baba says that Brahma Baba had so many responsibilities that in spite of that, even though he had so many responsibilities, he remained loving and detached. He always remained a carefree emperor, no worries, but a carefree emperor. In the same way, you children also have to become equal to the Father, carefree emperors, angels. You must have this determined thought, I definitely have to become this. Or do you think that you will become that at some point? Bapdada saw that, according to the time, to the extent that you have zeal and enthusiasm for the service in a particular way, you also now need to have zeal and enthusiasm for yourself to become an intense effort maker. Hmm? So, Baba, earlier also he told, which I have highlighted in yellow, that he wants us to be having zeal and enthusiasm for intense effort. Earlier he mentioned the effort of becoming an angel and becoming an carefree emperor. Again, Babdada is repeating the same thing, that we should have zeal and enthusiasm for ourselves to become an intense effort maker. But now he has added something else, and to make others the same. So it is for both self and others. Become complete and make others complete, and also have enthusiasm in yourself and spread that zeal and enthusiasm into the atmosphere. Be cooperative with one another and now spread a wave of intense effort into the atmosphere. With this statement, actually, I recalled yesterday's morning Murli. If you all have read yesterday morning, there were two sets of Murlis. One was Sakar Murli and the other one was Avyakt Murli. I think of the year 1975. And there Baba was mentioning the power of cooperation, Sangatan ki Shakti, power of gathering. And over there he mentioned that while we are into a gathering, if we if we have the same thought which all others are told to have, we are supporting the gathering. He mentioned that if somebody is doing Rurihan, if somebody is doing chatting with Baba, somebody is into the seed stage, if somebody is doing something else, that will not be called cooperation. So he just gave that as an analogy. But even while we are at our centers or when we are doing Purusharth in the gathering, if we all are determined of one thought, one action, maybe it is for the service, maybe it is for filling chart in the center, maybe it is for whatever we do in a group. So if we do that, then that will definitely contribute to intense effort making. And hence Baba says, become complete and make others complete, and also have the enthusiasm in yourself and spread that zeal and enthusiasm into the atmosphere. Be cooperative with one another and now spread a wave of intense effort into the atmosphere. Just as you spread enthusiasm for service, among yourselves and into the atmosphere. In the same way, Bab Dada now has the pure hope that children will spread this wave into the atmosphere. Bab Dada is pleased, but even now you are just making efforts, whereas you now have to make intense effort. Bab Dada has this hope in every child, and so each child is a star of the Father's hope. Are you not? So it is very how beautiful that God Himself has hope in us. Hmm? Out of the crores, millions of souls in the world, we are those selected souls in whom Father is having His hope. And this Baba is highlighting in the future statements. He says that each child is a star of the Father's hope. Are you not? Are you? Those who feel that you have you will become the stars of Bapdada's hope and spread the Zillion enthusiasm into the atmosphere. Raise your hands. Acha, you raise your hands very well. Seeing the hands, Bapdada is pleased. The majority of you raised your hands. Baba cannot see the hands of those at the back, but he can see them for those who are in the front. Those at the back are now raising their hands. So Baba made sure that everybody raised their hands. Maybe sitting at the back or sitting in the front. And such a nice way, he first made us all agree that we are the star of Father's hopes. And now he would reveal what he is hoping. But again, before that, he's telling congratulations. Congratulations. Acha. Bap Dada has seen that when someone's mind has zeal and enthusiasm for something in particular, then that thing is put into a practical form very well. And this is why this time on the day of love, Bap Dada is giving you this homework. Every child understands that time and thoughts are wasted because of the mind. If you if you have ever made any waste thoughts, then you would have experienced how so much of your time and energy is wasted. So Bap Dada wants you to give this homework. So let's pay attention. What is the homework? For 2 months, each child should create a method for the self to stop the wastage of thoughts and time that take place through the mind. How will we do this homework? Baba has told us create a method. What method can we create? Let's pause for a while. Let's think for 10 seconds. We can do the sharing later after we complete the Murli. But did we really come out with a concrete plan? Did we develop a method of how would be we saving the wastage of thoughts and time? So let us read again, and later on, you all will be sharing after the Murli. For 2 months, each child should create a method for the self to stop the wastage of thoughts and time that take place through the mind. Each one of you should keep your chart for the next 2 months. How much control did I have over wastage of time and waste thoughts? He's telling us to quantify, not in general, oh, today my day was very good, I didn't waste, but how much was that savings? He wants us to have a child chart because now, according to the time, it will be time for all of you to serve souls with the power of your mind. For this, it is necessary to pay constant attention to your mind. It is said, those who conquer the mind conquer the world. So, in the atmosphere of Manmanabhava, you have to finish all wastage. Are you able to do this? Will you do this? Those who can do this, raise your hands. First raising hand was Avishtas of Baba's Hope. Second raise of hand, which is Baba now doing, is will we prepare a method, keep a child chart for 2 months to ensure that there is no waste of thoughts and time from mind. Those who can do this, raise your hands. Bab Dada will give you a prize. Oh wow. You have to look at your own result. If your mind is happy, you will share the happiness of your mind. All of you should pay attention to claim a number ahead of all in this effort. Then all wastage will finish. Both the wastage of thoughts and time will finish. Then, in the time to come, powerful thoughts and powerful time will spread into the atmosphere. Seeing the children, Bab Dada is pleased about one thing. What is that? That every child has done service, but together with that, Bab Dada's signal is become a double king. You know that, do you not? One is to be a self-sovereign, a master of the self, and the second is to have a right in the future kingdom. Be a master of the self. The father has the intoxication that there will be no other father whose every child is a master of the self. How beautiful intoxication is this? Everybody in the world may be masters of one another, may have a company, may have kids or whatever it could be, but they would never have a child who is having master on self. And our father has this intoxication that there will be no other father whose every child is a master of the self. All of you are masters of the self, are you not? The soul is ruling the self. So Baba is slowly attaching this with the earlier point, because in order for us to have control on the waste thoughts, wastage of time, we have to become master on ourselves. So Baba is telling all of you are masters of the self, are you not? The soul is ruling the self. You are not influenced by the physical organs and senses, but you have a right to the kingdom. The father wants every child to be a constant master of the self, not just sometimes. Again, Baba's favorite word, constant. Once in a while, become master of the self, we don't have to be happy. He wants us to be constant. Can you become this? In these 2 months that you have been given, note down whether you remained a master of the self or whether you were influenced by your physical senses. He wants us to note down. Now you have to become karmatit. Time is coming close, so what are you going to do? While walking and moving around, you definitely have to become a master of the self. This sanskar is definitely of you Brahmin children. A double kingdom is self-sovereignty now and then the world sovereignty in the future. While turning around, Baba notes down the results of the children. Now there is a need to pay more attention to being a constant master of the self. Bab Dada has given you 2 tasks. Again, Bab Dada is reminding us of the task. First one, to what extent you remain a master of the self for the next 2 months, you have to look at your own result. He's qualifying that. There is no need for us to look at someone else's result. Second, with the controlling power and ruling power of the mind, You have to finish all wastages. So these are very much linked. If we become the master of the self, it will be easy for us to have the controlling and ruling power for us to finish all the wastages. Bab Dada will give you a prize. Bab Dada is telling this for the second time that he would be giving us prize for all those who claim a number in this. Do you like this? You are going to do this. Are you not? Will you do it? Not. Acha. Baba is making sure that we would be doing this. So if all of us agree to this, let us actually prepare this 2 months chart and show Baba that yes, we can do this. Today, Bab Dada accepted everyone's love. At Amrit Vela, there was a beautiful splendor of the children in the subtle region. Today, even the advanced party came to the subtle regions to give love of their heart and to receive love. They are now asking the Father, ultimately, until when are we going to have this part? All of you have passed in the subject of love. Bab Dada sees that everyone has love, but together with that, we also need power. So two things. One is love and other is power. For this, make Amrit Vela powerful. So Baba is now attacking the first part of our day, and that is Amrit Vela. You sit for remembrance, and Bab Dada is congratulating you for that. But a powerful atmosphere is needed to sit in. Some sit like this, some sit like that. If you were to take a photograph, you yourself would feel, something else is needed now. So just wonder, Bab Dada is sitting above, and all of us, he's checking how is the Amrit Vela going. Some are on their bed, some are dancing in the joy of love, some are dancing in the joy of, or maybe in the sorrow of the sleep. Somebody stretching, somebody is, reclining. There could be so many different poses. And Babdata might be feeling, oh wow, how about taking a photograph? Hmm. So if you could visualize such different scenes, definitely we would feel that, oh, something needs to be changed. Babdada has spoken of volcanic yoga, Jwala Swarup Yoga, and you now have to pay deeper attention to that. Everyone does their effort, but now add the word intense in front of the word effort. Babdada has now given every child 2 months. The more attention you pay through your attention, the more help Babdada will give you. Wonderful. Babdada's help is directly proportionate to the attention we give. We have to pay something. That payment is not money, that payment is attention. The more attention we give, the more help we'll get from Babdada. Masters of the mind, make your minds function just as you make your hands and feet function. Yes, give us an analogy. How easy it is for us to take anything if we want to hold something. How easy it is for us to walk from one room to the another just by creating a thought. That kind of mastery we need, that kind of muscle memory we have to bring to our minds. You can do whatever you want, can you not? If you want to put something in a particular place and not anything else, can you do that? Can you not? Have such mind control. Your mind should only have the thoughts you want to have. Every night, check your results. To what extent did I have ruling power and controlling power of the mind? You should now put an end to waste very quickly. Now become powerful and spread the power of being powerful into the atmosphere. Seeing and hearing the children's sorrow and suffering, Babdada now wishes completion to take place very soon. You were told that everyone is making effort, but now add the word intense. Baba has told this intense word so many times in this Murli. I have to do it. Now that I will do it, or that I will see about it. This language of postponing something for future will not work anymore. Today, you all have seen the scene of love. Each of you have so much love in your heart, but to the extent that there is love, so there also has to be power for it, with that. Now, fill yourself with power. None of your sisters should consider yourself to be just a Shakti, but consider yourself to be Shiv Shakti. You are Shiv Shakti. The Father is with you. The Father is with Pandavas in with the Pandavas. So, hmm, Pandavpati, the word is I think missing here. So, what will you have? What will you do now? Bapdada has told you to add the word intense in front of the word effort. Create such an atmosphere. Be cooperative with one another, and while staying at your own places, make your place powerful, make your companions powerful. So, what will you do now? You will do something new, will you not? Since you say, My Baba, you have to become like the one who is mine, Baba. Do you not? Each one should have the determined thought in your heart. You have very good thoughts. At Amrit Vela, Babdada sees that you create very good thoughts, and you will do that and that. But when you become a karma yogi, you when you come into a connection and relationships, then it becomes different. You now need to pay attention, greater attention to the stage of becoming a karma yogi. So while we do meditation in the morning, or like for that matter, we are reading Murli now, we would have so much determined thoughts. But when we leave for our karma, the daily, Baba tells that there is a difference. So now we have to pay attention while being at a karma yogi stage. Acha. So here Baba ends the Murli. After this, actually, Baba met the Maharashtra group and double foreigners. So that section was taken from a different Murli. Here, after this Murli, this was not replayed yesterday. So let's pause here and let's reflect for a minute what Bab Dada has to say for all of us, and then we'll start sharing. Okay, Om Shanti, we can start sharing.
Om Shanti Prafulbhai.
Om Shanti.
What a Murli. 18 January Murli, I always like the first part because that's the only time I don't know whether Shiv Baba is a little green because he just sees we all, it's a vision where with garlands we are all going that to garland of Brahma Baba. Every time it's only connecting to Shiva. But I like this because when Bab Dada gives the vision, children's love, children crying, crying of love out of face, Baba, why did you go away? I like that first part when really Shiv Baba tries to share with us. That's a beautiful thing. But yesterday's Murli was something different. I think for the first time, Shiv Baba gave Brahma Baba a gift on his 57th birthday. And what was there, the gift? Baba said that you are going to be revealed, not about Shiv Baba. And when you told even about the chouk and all, I was thinking, so Brahma is to be revealed because he is the harbinger. People don't even, like when they see Brahma Baba's photo, bolte ye aapka dev hai kya? Very difficult to tell them that he's an instrument and all. But in yesterday's Murli, when Baba said Brahma is to be uh, will be revealed, or rather we can say will be recognized. That was one. I don't know whether I took it in that meaning, but I felt that was a perfect gift for him on his 57th thing. Then, of course, we know this is a very important day because we are revealed. This is the first time God is making us instrument for world service. And God is saying, why on this day? See, your Brahma, whom you love, he became an angel. He became equal to Father. Don't you want to return with him? Of course. So, this is one more thought we have given. There are only three things I took from the Murli. One is intense effort maker, intense. And you should just see Bab Dada's face and that lip expression, Tivra. When he said that, I just watched that. That was one. We are all doing effort. But now, it is like you study for an examination, the exam is approaching very soon, then you burn your midnight oil like that. Intense effort maker. Naturally, Bab Dada has given us increase your Amrit Vela in the form of volcanic yoga and all. Second is zeal and enthusiasm. See, we lack that. We just get distressed. So that even when he said pure hope, just see on him, we are the only ones to do that when he said, and God is intoxicated to know that his children are doing it. That was the second point. And last point was, of course, the homework which he has given. The method for self to stop wastage of thoughts and time in the control. Just these were the three things. Of course, later, and in that one, when he went to Amrit Vela, you should see Bab Dada's eyes. Photo nikalo. Shall I take a photo? And very so cutely he says, there's no depth in your love in that. It just, I got goosebumps. It hit me when he said, and it's absolutely right. Om Shanti. When later we will share about how to do the stopping of waste. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Anyone else would like to add?
Yesterday, Baba emphasized on keeping a chart for checking on the base thoughts and the unnecessarily thoughts or vyarth ke sankalp. And while Praful, you know that we are preparing a spiritual chart in our center, it really got present to me yesterday that while I came back home, that preparing a chart on daily basis, regularly and consistently. Sometimes it just becomes an inspiration, one do for a day or two. But for me now, it has been like, let's follow a chart for myself to look at where are the thoughts going. It may be just 4 times in a day to begin with. But that's going to be a practice for me to take back home from yesterday's Murli.
Yes, Baba has emphasized on preparing a chart. He has also told us make a note of how we are able to conquer the wish thoughts, or if our thoughts are going here or there for the next 2 months. And again, Baba is very specific in this Murli that he wants us to make that as a sanskar. So it should not happen that Baba tells us make a chart and we prepare for 2-3 days and we tell Baba, oh, you told us, we did it. That's it. So he has given us a quantifiable time also, 2 months, to focus on these two abhyas which he has told us. And he made sure that he reminded us so that we don't forget it. So yeah, good emphasis Baba gave here as well. Yes, Bijit bhai, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, Om Shanti. So, yeah, also Baba said on becoming equal to the Father, where we become angels. You know, just like becoming like Father Brahma, become an angel, while handling all responsibility. Baba would like to see us children, carefree, embarrassed, loving, detached, all that. And also, Baba, yeah, mentioned about the double kingdom, that awareness that we must carry. So self-sovereign, becoming a self-sovereign, and the world sovereign. So there, I think the self-sovereign is very important, where that a ruling power and controlling power that comes. So that is something that we need to work upon, where we, completely stop all the wastages and only, you know, uh, think what is necessary, or what is, the important thing. I mean, basically eliminating all the wastage. So I think for that, one needs to become self-sovereign. Yeah, thank you. Was something
Yeah,
that I took.
wonderful. So coming back to that wastage, I'll just repeat this what Baba told, the statement he quotes. For 2 months, each child should create a method for the self to stop the wastage of thoughts and time that takes place through the mind. So, what do you all think that how can we prepare such a chart, or what could be the method for us to check um, how are we wasting thoughts and how can we have a control over that? Any ideas so that each of us in the group can get some inputs from that?
Praful, by just yesterday in the Murli, just yesterday when I think Harsha Bhai was discussing, there was this thought about waste, and he spoke about chart. I very honestly confessed to him. For me, something writing down a chart like you write your diary at the end of the day, it is something I feel it becomes official. And if I start writing even on waste thoughts, as Rakiben was saying, it becomes something, everything, then I'll be only writing chart. So instead, I told him, I instead speak to my mind. I speak to those things who create chart, and then and there and I do it. See, you'll see in the world there are there how to create have zero waste. How they say zero waste, stop using plastic, create less waste, or even waste of paper, waste of fuel, recycling, create waste to waste. There are simple methods and all that. But when you come to wastage of thoughts, which is so subtle, it becomes very difficult to put it down on a paper and say this is what and that is what. But I have come across techniques which I have used. What is that which creates waste? One thing I found, it is ruminating. I repeatedly think about, see, suppose you just told me something today. I'll go home. Why did he say that? Oh, maybe he's like that. Then I'll speak about it to somebody else. Yes, yes, he said it. Even I didn't like it. So this repetitively thinking about that, ruminating and all, it becomes a chain of useless thoughts and all. I think that's the first thing. Full stop. I have to know when someone said something. That's it. That's there. Close my chapter. That learning to put a trying at least to see that it is a full stop. And everywhere, I should have this determination. I can and I will. I have to. I can, I will. I have to. That's a kind of a nail in your thing. I have to. Like in Amrit Vela, that at least we should start with Amrit Vela. To just see you're sitting, you're going on a journey, suddenly your thought goes somewhere, something which you see, it isn't an offense. But yesterday Baba made me realize what I'm losing in Amrit Vela. So I think there are so many of these methods we can try. For me, I feel just managing waste and blocking the negative by these ruminating, self criticism, having a poor self image, all these things, the positive things have to first enforce it in my mind so that I don't wander. It's a very long journey, Prafulbhai. I'm just saying one or two what I thought in mind, but writing down chart, I don't know. I have my reservations about it, Om Shanti.
Okay, so this is the thing which you are planning to practice for the next 2 months. Wonderful method. Anyone else would like to add any thoughts you all give? How would you all, which method you all might use?
Uh,
So yesterday, while Baba was talking about checking on thoughts, he also emphasized on paying attention. I think conscious attention, the moment something comes like this, like what Grishaban said, mind mapping, only on mind, it's not possible practically to write chart. Agree to some extent on that, it's not practically possible. But the moment I get a waste thought, how easily I can catch it, be free of it, and move to another thought. There's going to be a space there in between this, but that's the practice, a consistent, constant practice by paying attention to my own thoughts.
yeah, Om Shanti.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, another thing is, yes, like you all shared. So we hear this, right? Idle mind is the devil's workshop. So it's more of we finding different methods to keep the mind busy or entertain the mind with powerful thoughts, right? So it's not about we fighting with the mind, it's about replacing the thoughts with powerful thoughts, right? So I think that works more when the mind is empty or the mind is there's nothing powerful to think. That's when it goes right for creating waste thoughts. So not to keep the mind idle would be the best practice, but like Raki Ben said, need to have powerful attention for that to check a checking point or a traffic control system where sometimes we don't even realize that I am creating negative or waste thoughts. So when we have certain checking points, maybe that will help us to bring back to the bring the mind back to the powerful stage. So yeah, I think it's more of making the mind busy. Yeah, engaging. Thank you.
Yeah. Wonderful. Babdada has also told the same Murli, note down whether you remained a master of the self or master of, or whether you are influenced by your physical senses. Again, there he's mentioning to note down. Earlier he told to maintain these two things. See, I'll just share how I interpret this. And all of you all have rightly mentioned. It is important that we focus on what causes those waste thoughts, and it could be different for each one of us. Like Girjabel mentioned that somebody is telling something and she might be keeping on repeating, "Aisa kyun bola? Why me?" And she might be sharing with others. For her, that is the reason for waste. So for each one of us, it is important to identify what could cause a waste thoughts. Secondly, as Bridget Bhai mentioned, replacing that to something. Uh, and yes, we can quantify that in terms of attributes, I'll mention that how I would do for myself. So quantification, what happens, that will help us keeping this Purushat alive for 2 months. If we have just a generic determination, okay, we'll focus on not having waste thoughts, of course that will help, but maybe it may not motivate us for a very long time. I don't know if you all have actually tried doing that for a very long time. So we can do some simple techniques. So for example, let me share what I would think of. For example, for me, maybe phone, reading messages on phone, that diverts my mind from Baba. So I might choose to reduce the frequency of seeing the phones, so that I don't waste time reading the message each time. So I can tell myself, okay, today my target is, for example, to touch the phone only 10 times instead of me touching the phone 20 times. And each time I touch the phone, I count for myself, okay, this is the fifth time I'm doing, okay, the sixth time I'm doing. And towards the end of the day, I measure that, okay, I have been able to just reduce my phone touching time to so and so extent. Mm. So that quantification will motivate me that I'm consistently using that, maybe 10 times count or 20 times, whatever it is. Uh, and if I'm able to achieve that or reduce that in the days to come, it will bring me a sense of joy that I have reduced the time wasting. Another thing to look at is, suppose the number of people I meet. So if I have a very pure thought for them, oh, he is a beloved child of Baba. And if I just quantify that, okay, I have told this to the one soul before entering into a conversation with that soul, maybe on a phone or maybe physically. And if I keep a track of that, okay, today I had this positive thought for 5 souls. Tomorrow, let me try to do that for 6 souls. Maybe for a specific day, I may come down to 4 souls. Maybe sometimes I do that for a 10 souls. But those quantification and writing those things down will again motivate me to embark on that journey again and again. Hmm? Again, like someone mentioned about this full stop. So, for example, I have a conversation and I remind myself, okay, thanks, Baba, this is now surrendered to you. I put a full stop. Even telling this statement, I quantify that. Today I have been able to tell this full stop to myself 6 times, 5 times. So what will happen? I will have a target, a clear goal for myself that, okay, tomorrow I will maybe do this one more time more. Of course, I should not get disappointed if I'm not able to do, because it may happen that I may forget. But that is where then I am not having control on my mind. Just like we have physical controls on our senses. For example, somebody have their health plans. Somebody plans for 10,000 steps. Somebody plans for 20 push-ups per day. Somebody plans for something else. Why can't we have those counts? Why can't we have that discipline for our mind? And once we have that thing, then things would become very natural. So, for example, now we are actually doing at our center, we are having this goal of seeing at least 20 people as souls in soul conscious stage every day. So, earlier I thought that maybe it is little childish. I am not be able to reach 20, it could be even 100. But then doing that for now many days, I sometimes feel, okay, let me do this, otherwise I will miss on my count. I have to increase my chart for today. And then slowly, gradually, that is now becoming a default habit. We have just started doing this from last 18 days, but I'm sure eventually as I go along for the 2 months, this will become a sanskar, and then after 2 months I don't have to count and do all those things. It could become a habit. So yes, all of you all have mentioned, but this is something which is my take, so that if we quantify things, if we have what we did yesterday, what we are doing today, rather than just generally telling that, okay, I'll focus, I'll pay attention. So that focus may go off after some days, but having them written for myself, having a clear plan, having a clear line of action for myself, that will keep me motivated. And when I show that chart to Baba, that okay Baba, this is what I had planned. And again, there should not be like I planned 10 stuffs for myself. It could be very simple, just as I mentioned, just maybe usage of mobile phone, or maybe telling some good words to anybody from heart, and just making a note of how many I could do those, or maybe full stop, how many full stops could I apply during the day. Even if I'm able to do these 2 or 3 things for the next 60 days, 60 days is not small period, it's a huge time. 60 days means 60 times I have to monitor myself. Probably after the 60th day, my stage today versus the 60th day could be a different, rather than just having the same Purusharthi life. This is my take. I think we are close to 6. Any final
Just
thoughts, everybody?
one thing I wanted to add. Whatever you said, no, I agree with it. But for me, it looked like only blocking the waste. But I would like to endorse to what Bijit Pai said, that input method must be there. I must make my mind busy. For that, increase my volcanic yoga, play the game of Manmana Bhava, this game of Manmana Bhava. Okay, let me run to Paramdam, let me come down from
Yes,
Paramdam. I call it as a game
this
that
is
we
also
can
one
do.
method. Like
Yeah,
Baba says, 5 minutes in every month, every hour.
yeah.
So maybe
Traffic
we can
control.
have, yeah, maybe we can have that thing that, okay, so for today, we have 12 hours. So have I been able to give 5 minutes each hour? Or maybe was I able to do 20 times traffic control, 5 times traffic control, whatever it could be. So if I have something to monitor, that will bring more joy, and
Yeah.
maybe that will
Correct.
go accelerating. So today if I'm doing volcanic yoga for 30 minutes, tomorrow I can do for 35 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. So automatically waste will get cleared. We don't have to focus on
Yeah,
waste. If we focus on something positive, waste will automatically go off.
exactly. I also like this playing Path Swaroop, when I'm filling water, I'll say, okay, I'm a point of light, I'm in heaven. That sometimes, I don't know if it's just memory, but that keeps my mind, So the mind will say, hello, hello, what is that memory? That kind of busy thoughts, and I should speak to my mind like I'm speaking to Baba. I think I like that endorsing that part. Waste what you said, that's a nice thing when you said. But I think instead I would like to go to these kind of inputs, Om.
Okay. So let's pause for a minute, and let's tell to Baba whatever methods we liked, and how we plan to take this journey ahead for the next 60 days, and take Baba's blessings from Vatan. Baba is there to help us, and Baba knows everything. Today also he felt so intoxicated that we are his children, who are his stars of hope, उम्मीदों के सितारे. So let's tell Baba that Baba, we won't let your hopes down, that you have given us this homework. We will do, and let's mark this date. So 19th of January. So 19th of March, or maybe 18th of March, whichever day that comes. That Amritavela, let's show Baba what kind of transformation we could get in this 60 days. Let's track these 60 days, and Baba is ready to give us a beautiful prize on the 60th day. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice day, everyone. Om Shanti.